Good morning. I'm Michaela Young, and we are TSL. My lovely co-host Tatiana Hernandez and Georgia Rowley, and I have the latest news for you today. Before we start, how do you guys feel about Magic Johnson stepping down from the Lakers abruptly?
I felt pretty random because it was just like unexpected for everybody. Like nobody was seeing it coming.
Yeah, like he was saying in the conference or the meeting that they was having that he didn't even tell his own boss. So
Yeah, that's like out of the blue. Like, that's pretty crazy.
I really feel like there's something underneath the surface, but I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to just wait to see if
Probably like some personal stuff that he's dealing with. That,
possibly are this is another season that the Lakers have not showed what they should have,
yeah.
but who knows? So, the end of Dwayne Wade in an NBA jersey has officially come to an end. Tuesday night, Wade played his last game in the NBA. Wade finished with 30 points to lead the Heat to a 23-point over the 76ers. Unfortunately for them, they were eliminated from the playoffs due to the wins by the Hornets and Pistons. Wade, originally from Chicago, Illinois, was drafted 5th overall in the 2003 NBA draft in Miami. In his third season, Wade led the Heat to their first NBA championship in franchise history and was named the 2006 NBA Finals MVP. From the beginning of the game, fans were reporting from Twitter that you could feel the energy and love in the arena for Dwayne Wade. His back-to-back championships and joining forces in becoming the Big Three with LeBron James and Chris Bosh, they all proved what it meant by leaving a mark in Miami. Before getting introduced for his last game, his son Zaire made a tribute and remake of his 2007 Converse commercial. Wade admitted, "Tonight I almost lost it a few times." Wade goes on to say, "The video when Zaire did the same thing I did in the Converse commercial years ago, that almost got me. If I didn't have the game to play, you would all see a different Dwayne today." After ending the game with 30 points and the final buzzer going off, Wayne said, "My thoughts are all over the place. As I sit here, I think about the moment my agent came to the table in New York in 2003 and told me the Heat were going to pick me at number 5. And fifth round pick. Wade was accompanied by all his loved ones and friends that has been his support system throughout the years. You know, it's kind of crazy to see Dwayne Wade play his final game. Growing up as a kid, I was able to witness the impact that Wade has implemented throughout the years. Being a Celtics fan and watching my Big Three retire from the NBA to trading teams, I personally know how it feels to say goodbye. Wade came to Miami and truly left his influence on not only the game, but the community, especially when it was time for the Celtics to play against them. Wade took a couple of games and championships from us. Well, I wish him all the best in his retirement and can't wait to see what's next for him. Now to Georgia Rowley on the results of the Final Four.
After losing in round 64 last year, the Virginia Cavaliers finally turned around and became a title team. At the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, the Virginia Cavaliers faced the Texas Tech Red Raiders in the big game. They beat Texas Tech in 85-77 overtime at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis on Monday. One of the players said they were destined to win this game after the way their 2018 season ended. After ending last season on a negative note, the team, their families, and the school's program dealt with a lot of embarrassment and humiliation from the public. Dick Bennett, who was a former coach in the league, said he thought that every father would love to see his son do a heck of a lot better than he did when talking about the 2018 season. His son, Tony Bennett, who's the coach, said to the team he wanted a chance to get a title for the team one day. Luckily enough, they had a better time this time around and were able to do that this year. The team was so hyped about the ending that the most outstanding player on the team even commented that the season was supposed to end like this. I honestly think they are a phenomenal team for this being their third Final Four appearance since 1984, and teams like Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisville, and UCLA did not even make it to the game. I am happy the Virginia Cavaliers had a good season this year, and I hope the winning streak continues for the team. Now over to Tatiana about mental health of student athletes.
Injuries can most definitely affect your body, and it can really affect your mental health. Those with serious injuries that can be kept out of the season of their favorite sport can truly take a toll on their minds. While reading a wonderful article from ncaa.org, it says, for some student athletes, the psychological response to injury can trigger or unmask serious mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, disorder eating, substance use, or abuse. It's hard enough to physically not be able to play your favorite game for a whole season. And mentally, it's hard enough and to come back with those injuries. It can be very frustrating for themselves because they cannot fully be who they are and who they were when they were playing the game. NCAA also said, it's important for athletic trainers and team physicians, and as well as student athletes, coaches, and administrators to understand that emotional reaction to the injuries are normal. Depression in some student athletes may also be related to performance failure. When student athletes sustain significant injuries, such as a knee injury associated with time lost from sports, they can suffer both physically as well as emotionally with a decrease in their quality in life. It's unfortunate that people with those life injuries, that they can't fully be back to who they were. If you know anyone who has issues and they're pretty secluded from everyone else, just be a person there for them. And no one deserves to deal with their problems alone. Here on campus, there's CAPS, which is located on the 3rd floor of GSU, and you're always welcome. Well, that's all, folks. We are TSL, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.